Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the last topic of statistical methods is design of experiments. First of all, we see some basic concepts related to the topic of design of experiments. So the first definition is experiment. What is mean by experiment? Experiment means any operation that results in one or more outcomes is called as experiment, or an experiment is a device of getting answer to the problem under consideration is called as experiment. Experiment having the two types, one is absolute experiment and second is comparative experiment. What is mean by absolute experiment and what is mean by comparative experiment? For absolute experiment means the experiment consisting in determining the absolute value of some characteristic, like suppose for example the experiment is finding the correlation between the two variables. Here there are the two variables x and y, suppose height and weight, and find out the correlation between these two variables, and the values we are given, suppose 100, 90, 80 and 155 centimeter, 165 centimeter, 180 centimeter. Okay, so suppose the correlation coefficient value is 0.80. So this is the answer of the experiment. Okay, so if the experiment is consisting in determining the absolute value of some characteristic, then it is called as the absolute experiment. And what is mean by comparative experiment? Comparative, where we compare the effect of one or more objects. For example, comparison between the fertilizer. Comparative experiments means where we compare the objects. For example, suppose the comparison of fertilizer, comparison of seeds, etc. Okay, now the next is design of experiment. What is mean by design of experiment? Design of experiments means the planning of experiment so that the relevant information will obtain from it using the different statistical hypotheses. Simply, the design of experiments means the planning of the experiment. Suppose for example, finding the correlation between the two variables is our experiment. So what are the steps? The first step is to define the variable x and y. Okay, then make the column x into y, then x square, then y square, and then find out the total of all the columns and just plug in the formula, then we will get the value of correlation. So this is the planning of experiment. So this is nothing but the design of experiment. Design of experiments means the planning of experiment, that means the steps involved in the experiment. Okay, now the next is treatment. What is meant by treatment? Various objects of comparison in an comparative experiment is termed as the treatment. The various objects which are used for the comparison called as the treatment. For example, in agriculture experiment, the different fertilizers is taken as a treatment. In medical field, the different medicines is considered as a treatment. Okay, the various objects which is used for the comparison called as the treatment. Okay, now the next is blocks. What is mean by blocks? In agriculture experiment, most of the times we divide whole experimental material, that is land, field, into relatively homogeneous subgroups called as the strata. This strata is more uniform among themselves, the field as whole called as the blocks. See, in agriculture experiment, most of the times we divide this experimental material, that is your land, field, is divided into homogeneous groups. These homogeneous groups is called as the blocks. Okay, this is block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. How to make the blocks? Within blocks they are more homogeneous, but between they are heterogeneous. What is mean by homogeneous? Same groups, same units in a single group, okay, called as the homogeneous groups. This is the homogeneous groups. Between they are more homogeneous, within they are more homogeneous, but between they are heterogeneous. Okay, for example, suppose the College of Agriculture and Allied Sciences, Baramati. Suppose there are the 4 fields: AH, Agri, BBA and Polytechnic Diploma. Okay, so AH students group first block, Agri student groups is second block, BBA student third block, and the last diploma fourth block. So within group they are more homogeneous, but between they are heterogeneous, because the AH student, Agri student, BBA student having the different subject, different dress code, etc. So they are between they are heterogeneous, but within they are homogeneous. Okay. Now the next is experimental unit. What is meant by experimental unit? The smallest division of experimental material to which we apply the treatment, on which we make the observation, called as the experimental unit. Okay, in agriculture experiment we apply the treatment on the plot of land, so called as the experimental unit. Okay, in medical experiment, which one is the experimental unit? In medical experiment we apply the treatment on the patient and on which we make the observation, so called as the experimental unit in medical field. So patient is the experimental unit in medical field, and in agriculture plot of land is the experimental unit. Now the next is layout. What is meant by layout? The plan of allocation of treatment in which the experimental unit according to condition of design. What is meant by the plan layout? The layout means the plan of allocation of treatment. Suppose there are the two fertilizers and these are the blocks. Vertical are blocks and the horizontal are the plots. So how to apply these two fertilizers? Suppose I am applying A here, B here. Suppose A, B, B, A, B, A. Suppose A, B and A. Okay, so this is the plan of allocation of treatment, that is fertilizer in agriculture experiment, but this planning allocation of treatments is according to condition of design, so this is called as the layout. That is the plan of allocation of treatment. How to apply the treatment on the different experimental unit is called as the layout of our experiment. Okay, now the next is experimental error. What is meant by experimental error? The error occurs in experiment which is beyond human control limit, called as the experimental error. For example, in animal science experiment, if animal died during the experiment, suppose in medical field experiment, in a hospital, if any patient died during the experiment, so this is the experimental error. Okay. Now the next is principles of experimental designs. There are the three principles of experimental design. These principles are used to allocation of treatment, that is it is used for the layout of our experiment. There are the three principles of experiment. One is replication, second randomization, and third is local control, that is block. First of all, we see what is meant by replication. Replication means repetition of treatment. Okay, suppose there are the two treatments A and B, two fertilizers, and the plan of allocation layout. Here I am applying A treatment, here B, here A, suppose here A, B, B. Here the A is replicated 3 times and B is replicated also 3 times. So this is nothing but the replication. Replication means the repetition of treatment. Okay. Then randomization. What is meant by randomization? Randomization means how to apply the treatment on the different experimental unit. Okay, so randomization means how to apply the treatment to the different experimental unit. And the last is local control, that means the blocks. Okay, what is meant by block in agriculture? In agriculture experiment, most of the times we divide whole experimental material, that is land, into homogeneous groups. These groups is called as the blocks, and these blocks is nothing but the local control. And how to make the block? Within block they are more homogeneous, but between they are heterogeneous. Okay. Now let's see the first design of experiment is CRD, that is completely randomized design. First of all, we see when we use the CRD design. Okay, so see the definition: completely randomized design in which the treatments are allocated at a random to the different experimental units over the entire experimental material. Let's see the completely, when we use the completely randomized design, the completely randomized design is used when your experimental material, that is your land, is homogeneous. For example, in a land contain only sugar cane crop. Okay, so this land is nothing but the homogeneous because it contains only the sugar cane plants. Okay, so this completely randomized design, that is CRD design, is used when your experimental material is homogeneous. Okay, so the next is completely randomized design is used only the two principles. First is replication and second is randomization. There are three principles of experimental design: replication, randomization and local control. But this CRD is used only the two principles, replication and randomization. Why? Because the CRD design is used when your experimental material is homogeneous. So no need of third principle. Here the local control principle, that is block, is absent because no need to make the blocks because the experimental material is homogeneous and the blocks is formed for the heterogeneous experimental material, but the given experimental material is homogeneous. It contains only the sugar cane crops, that means homogeneous, so no need of local control principles. What is mean by replication? Replication means repetition of treatment. And what is mean by randomization? How to apply the treatment on different experimental material. Okay, in CRD, treatments are allocated at random to the different experimental units or the entire experimental material. CRD is used when your experimental material is homogeneous always, that is all the units taken in a simple unit. Let's see the layout of allocation of treatment. CRD with equal replication. For example, suppose there are the 4 treatments A, B, C, D. Each replicated 4 times, that means equal replication. Here there are 4 treatments, that means suppose there are 4 fertilizers A, B, C, D, and apply this fertilizer on the experimental field. Then how to apply the fertilizer on the land? By using the CRD, apply the treatment randomly on entire experimental material. Okay, suppose the first treatment A, fertilizer, apply 4 times because it replicated 4 times anywhere. Okay, now similarly the fertilizer B, apply 4 times, B, B, B and B. Similarly apply C 4 times and similarly D, apply 4 times anywhere. So this is the CRD design with equal replication. Now let's see the CRD design with unequal replication. That means there are the 4 treatments, A repeated 4 times, B is repeated 2 times, C is repeated 1 times and D is repeated 3 times. So apply A 4 times anywhere, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then B is applied 2 times, 1 and 2. Then C is applied 1 times. Then D is applied 3 times anywhere. So this is the CRD with unequal replication. There are the 2 types, CRD with equal replication and CRD with unequal replication. Let's see the advantages and disadvantages of CRD. What are the advantages of CRD? This design is most commonly used in the laboratory experiment. So this is the main advantage of CRD. It is commonly used in the laboratory experiment such as chemistry, pathology, etc. CRD is not used on the field directly because the CRD is used for the homogeneous experimental material. It is not used on the actual field experiment. It is used only in the laboratory experiment. Okay, now the second is design is used when your experimental material is homogeneous. That means your land is homogeneous. So for example, suppose land containing only single crop, for example wheat crop, then we use the CRD design. And suppose in a land the multi-cropping is there, suppose the wheat and sugarcane crop, then CRD is not applicable here because your land is heterogeneous. Okay, so CRD is used only when your experimental material, that is land, is homogeneous. Now the third is this design is carried out in greenhouse experiments also. It is also used in the greenhouse experiment. And last advantage is analysis remains simple even any of observation is missing. For example, suppose A is applied 4 times and B is applied 2 times, and suppose the value of A is missing, okay, in the recording, then still the analysis is simple, okay. But in RBD, the next design, RBD, randomized block design, the if any observation is missing, then analysis is complicated, then we use the missing plot technique. But in CRD, if the any observation is missing, then still the analysis remains simple, okay. Now the disadvantages of CRD. The CRD is not for the CRD is used only for the homogeneous experimental material. When the experimental material is not homogeneous, then it is heterogeneous, then CRD not gives the reliable result. Okay, now the second is it is not used for the field experiment. It is only used for the laboratory experiment. Now the next design is randomized block design, CRD design. This CRD design is called as the one-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA. Now let's move to the two-way ANOVA. Two-way ANOVA means the randomized block designs called as the two-way ANOVA. Okay, for your syllabus only the two ANOVAs is there, one-way ANOVA and two-way ANOVA. One-way ANOVA means CRD design and two-way ANOVA means randomized block design, RBD. Okay. First of all, we see when we use the RBD design. CRD design is used when your experimental material is homogeneous. But this RBD design is used when your experimental material is not homogeneous, that is heterogeneous. And also the RBD is used when the fertility variation of soil is increase or decrease in one direction only. RBD design is used when fertility of soil is increase or decrease in only one direction. This is the important point. RBD is used when the fertility variation of the field, that is fertility of soil, is increase or decrease in only one direction. Okay. Now the next is what are the randomized block design is based on the 3 principles, but the CRD design is only used the 2 principles, replication and randomization. But RBD design is used all of the principles, replication, randomization and local control. Why? Because the RBD design is used when your experimental material is heterogeneous, and that's why we use the blocking. Okay, so what is mean by replication? Repetition of treatment. What is mean by randomization? How to apply the treatments on different experimental unit. And the local control means blocks. How to make the blocks? Divide the experimental material into homogeneous groups. Within groups they are more homogeneous, but between they are heterogeneous. Okay. Now next, in RBD, experimental material is divided into homogeneous groups or strata called as the blocks. The blocks must be internally homogeneous and externally heterogeneous. That means within block they are more homogeneous, but between they are heterogeneous. Each block is divided into subgroups called as the plots. Okay, so how to decide the plot size and block size? Let's see. Suppose this is the experimental material. Okay, this experimental material is heterogeneous. Then divide this heterogeneous material into homogeneous groups called as the block. This is block 1, block 2, block 3 and block 4. And these blocks is divided by using the plots. So these are the plots. Then how to decide the how many plots and how many blocks in the experimental material? So how to decide it? The number of plots is equal to number of treatments. The number of plots is equal to the number of treatments. Suppose we are given the 4 treatments, then our plot size is also 4. Okay, suppose we are given the 3 replication, then our block size is also 3. Number of plots is equal to number of treatments and number of blocks is equal to number of treatments. After that, treatments are randomly assigned to the experimental material in such a way that one treatment should not repeat in the same block. How to apply the treatment? Apply the treatment in such a way that one treatment should not repeat in the same block. Okay, let's see the layout. Suppose there are 4 treatments A, B, C, D, each replicated 4 times. So here the number of treatments 4 and the replication 4. So we know that the number of plots is equal to number of treatments. See, here we are given the 4 treatments, so the plot size is 4, and the number of block is equal to the number of replication. Here the replications we are given 4, that means the block size is 4. So the layout is, first divide the experimental material. Suppose this is the experimental material. Okay, experimental material. First divide this experimental material into homogeneous groups. There are 4 blocks. Okay, so make the block 4. 1, 1, then 2, then 3 and 4. And also the plot size is also 4. 1, then 2, then 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the layout of our experiment. Then apply the treatment in such a way that one treatment should not repeat in the same block. The vertical is the blocks. So apply the treatment in such a way that one treatment should not repeat in the same block. So A, B, C, D, like that. Suppose here applying the B, then A, then D and C. Okay, suppose here applying A, then A, B and D. Suppose here applying D, then C, suppose A and B. Applying the treatment in such a way that one treatment should not repeat in the same block. In plot it acceptable, but in block it is not acceptable of repetition of treatment. So here the no one treatment is repeated. So this design is called as the randomization block design. Okay, so this is the layout for the 4 treatments, each replicated 4 times. Now let's move the advantages and disadvantages of RBD. So what are the advantages of RBD? The precision is more in RBD than CRD. The precision of this experiment is more than the CRD. The more information is obtained than the CRD. The third advantage is any number of replication can included in the RBD. And fourth advantage is this design is used actually on the field experiment, but the CRD design is used for the laboratory experiment or greenhouses experiments only. Now the fifth advantage is RBD is more flexible than CRD. And sixth advantage is statistical analysis of RBD is simple and easy, and CRD design analysis is also simple and easy. And the last advantage is if some values are missing, still analysis is done by the missing plot technique. But in CRD, if one of the value is missing, still analysis remains constant, remains same. Okay, but in RBD, if any value is missing, then analysis is done by the missing plot technique. Okay, now the disadvantages are when the number of treatment increase. Okay, if the number of treatment is increased, then the plot size increase, and if the block size is large, then it is difficult to maintain the homogeneity. If the treatment is large, then the block size and plot size it increases, and if block size is increases, then it is difficult to maintain the homogeneity, and hence when more treatments is present, this design may not be suitable. Okay, so the number of treatment is value is fixed, or the minimum within the range is necessary for this design. So this is the CRD and RBD design. So this is our last chapter. CRD means one way ANOVA and RBD means two way ANOVA. Thank you.